Let's make a big pot of hearty, homemade vegetable soup with beef. This recipe is easy, delicious, and comfort food at its finest. My name is Mari. Let's get started. Now I'm just going to quickly go through everything that you're going to need to put in this soup. This really is easy, very customizable based on what kind of vegetables you want to put in this. So let me show you. First thing I use is ground beef. Now this is half a pound. That's all I'm going to put in this soup. If you want to put a whole pound, you can certainly do that, but I just want to do half a pound. This is lean ground beef. It's about 85-15, I would say. I think that's what it is, yeah. Then I'm going to do a can of the fire roasted crushed tomatoes. I have got some chopped zucchini, chopped onion. I'm going to put some garlic in it. I've got beef broth, some tomato paste, Italian seasoning, and then I'm going to do some frozen vegetables too because this is what I had. I love these cut Italian green beans, so I'm going to put some of those in there. Then I've got sliced mushrooms, frozen sliced mushrooms, peas and carrots, and more green beans because yes, I love green beans. And these are the cut ones, so they're, you know, like your standard green beans, whereas these are the fatter ones. All right, so now I'm gonna come over here to the stove. I've got my big soup pot on. I'm gonna add some olive oil, and I'm gonna start by browning the meat, and then I'm gonna add the vegetables to give them a light saute before I put everything else in to make the soup. All right, the oil is ready. Now I'm gonna add the ground beef. Just give it a bit of a sear. And then I will, after it cooks for just a couple of minutes, I'm gonna add the vegetables to just kind of get them started a little bit before I put the rest of the ingredients in the soup. Now I'm going to add a little bit of seasoning salt to the meat. You can use whatever seasoning salt you like. Going to add the onions. Zucchini. I love fresh zucchini, especially in soup. A little bit of garlic. All right, stirring all that together. Just want to get these going for a little bit. Then I'm going to add a little bit of tomato paste and then the frozen vegetables. I'm going to add some of this tomato paste. Love to use the tomato paste in the tube. It's just so convenient when you don't want to use a whole can of tomato paste. I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons. This just is going to add to the richness of the soup. Okay. Stir that in. Now I'm going to add the Italian seasoning. Let's do about a teaspoon to start. I like adding the seasonings in before I put the liquids because it kind of gives them a chance to bloom, I guess, if you want to call it. Time to add the veggies. I'm going to do the sliced mushrooms first. We'll start with half a bag. And I've got these green beans, the regular ones. I'll do the same, about half a bag. Peas and carrots. Same thing, about half the bag. Now when you're doing your vegetables, you add, obviously, as many as you want. If you like a lot of vegetables, which I do, then put a lot of vegetables in there. If not, you can use less. it really is up to you. I mean, this is going to be your soup, so you make it like you want. So I feel like I want to add some more. I'm going to go ahead and finish off that the bag of mushrooms. I love mushrooms. And there really wasn't much left in there. So I'm doing the mushrooms. I'm going to add the rest of these green beans. There's not much left in the bag. All right. Give it another stir. Let me see. What do I think? Yep. I'm going to add some more peas and carrots. And now, my favorite, I'm going to add these Italian green beans. Okay. So as you can see, I like a lot of vegetables in my soup. A lot. This looks like quite a bit. I wonder if I want to add just a little bit more. Let me do a little bit more peas and carrots. All right, I think that's got it. I think that's about all I want to add for the vegetables. So I got my ground beef, mushrooms, green beans, zucchini, onions, carrots, peas, chocked full. All right, I'm gonna let this sort of simmer down for a few minutes. Then I'm gonna go in and add the broth and the tomatoes. All right, time to check the vegetables. Okay, this looks good. Perfect. So they're cooked down just a little bit. Now I'm going to add in the tomatoes. These are the crushed tomatoes. All right, and let me give this a stir. Then I'm going to add in the beef broth. Okay. Now this is a 32-ounce box of beef broth. But I have used a little bit of this already, so I might need to add a little bit more from another box. I'm just going to pour it in the can first just to get out what's left of the crushed tomatoes. Okay. Perfect. Give this a stir. Oh, that looks good. So good. I love beefy vegetable soup. It's just so hearty. Perfect for fall. Even though I eat it all year, so it doesn't have to be fall for me to enjoy this soup. All right. Now, I'm going to add just the tiniest little bit of sugar just to cut some of the acidity in the tomatoes. I'm also going to add a little bit more salt because so far the only salt I've added is what was when I was browning the beef. I just put a little bit of seasoning salt on. Actually, let me taste it first just to make sure. Now, of course, I'll have a better idea once it's cooked for a little while. But for now, I'm just going to give it a quick taste and see if I can get an idea if it needs any more salt. Wow. I can tell you already it's very delicious. You know what? I'm going to wait. I don't know that it needs any more salt. I might not need to add anything. I'm going to wait a little bit. Okay. I'm going to put the lid on this and let it simmer for maybe 30 minutes or so. Really, you just want the vegetables to cook down so that they're not totally raw. But that doesn't take very long. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the lid on this and then we'll check it. The soup is now done. I do not need to add any more salt to it, but I am gonna add a little bit of cracked black pepper because I didn't put any of that in the beginning. Just a couple of cranks. That should do it. All right. Perfect. All right, y'all, the soup is ready. Looks delicious. And now I'm gonna give it a taste. All right, soup's done. Time to give it a taste. It smells so good. It looks really good. I know it's gonna taste good, but I'll taste it again because I love it so much. This soup is so delicious. I mean, it's chock full of vegetables. It's got a little bit of meat for some protein, which also I think helps give the soup a really nice flavor. But you can do turkey, ground turkey if you want. You could do, like maybe if you're a vegetarian, you could do one of those substitute like Beyond Meats or something like that. And again, you can put whatever kind of vegetables in this soup that you want. I just put in here what I like, but you put in what you like, and then you'll have one amazing bowl of soup to eat. So whenever you get a chance, you should definitely make this. And the nice thing is it freezes wonderfully. Obviously, I made a big pot. I'm not going to be eating this in a whole week. So I will have some left over, and I just put it in the like little Ziploc bags by portion size, and then put it in the freezer. And then when I'm ready for another bowl of soup, I just pull it out and it's good to go. So yeah, you got to make this. Thank you so much for watching my video. I always appreciate your time. And if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, and I would love to have you subscribe to my channel. Until next time, have some soup.